So because it's the new shit show, I'm trying not to read older shit, which is hard because I have not been writing that much lately. But, so I'm reading a lot of stuff that's not slam, which is totally fine. Okay, so this was my second attempt at a persona piece. We woke up on the clearest day I've ever seen, and you rolled over and whispered, "It's going to rain." And I looked out the window at a cloudless sky, at sun shining so brightly it could burn holes in hanging laundry, whispered back, "Of course it is. Like I always do. They call you crazy, you know. They laugh at your doomsday premonitions. They chide me in the marketplace. Pull your husband down from his scaffolding and love him until he shuts up. We have been at this years now. This love affair with clouds. The back and forth purr of saws, the crash of falling trees, the hammers banging out a chorus in our yard. In our yard, Noah. The neighbors won't speak to me anymore. When you told me God said to build a boat, I thought you meant something smaller. Something to fish from in the pond behind our home. Something for a romantic evening, rocking ourselves to sleep with the sticky love of people who have been married decades, long enough to know all the crevices and glaciers and accidental wonder of our bodies by heart, wrapped around each other like the coils of serpents. I did not think that you meant a boat big enough to hold all creation. God told you to build a boat, but he didn't ask me. I would have refused. I would have laughed in God's crooked face, told him that the skies are clear and blue as forgiveness, that this was a tantrum that would pass, that sometimes we all want to destroy the things we made from scratch. That you are my husband, and this is what it is to love a believer. So I hold my tongue as you construct this monstrosity, this thing that makes me the town pariah, a whisper on the lips of gossips and good women. I think you might be mad, Noah. I think you might be mad that you have taken too seriously the tricks that too much wine and sun can play on the mind. I think you might be mad, but I love you. I love you. And I will not save my love for a rainy day.
What?
Y'all are really glad you don't have to read after me, because I actually have the flu right now, which is fantastic. Like, I stayed home from work today so that I could be here, which financially was probably not the best decision I've made this week, but whatever.
Still looks sexy.
Aw, thanks, boo. I've been like sitting in bed watching Hulu all week. Yeah. Have you guys seen Misfits? That shit is amazing. Not one person has seen this show. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like, I'm not even gonna, we're gonna read poetry. I'm not gonna talk about it. I could though. He hates buying shoes the most. The funny looks from the cashier when he purchases 2 identical pairs. Goodwill won't take them, so all the rights pile up in a corner of his apartment, a monument to abnormality. As a child, his mother forced his second foot into the wrong shoe so nobody would notice and think him odd. As he limped to school for the first time, his big toe curved uncomfortably back over the others, he wished for the nonconformity of well-fitting footwear. The quick art of counterbalance never came easy. He often leaned too far to the side or the wrong way. The other boys called him Freak, wrote Lefty Lucy on his gym locker, laughed as he ran lazy circles trying to get away. He had a girlfriend once who had tiny symmetrical tootsies, but when they held hands, he was always wandering off. When they danced, he trampled her delicate toes. She wept over his scraped insoles, left him for a foot model salsa instructor. He thinks sometimes how nice it would be to be a fish. All fins and grace and symmetry for all his luck, he'd end up a flounder, with eyes on only one side of his flat head, flapping his quiet way through the sand. Sometimes he dreams of stepping through the mirror, carrying garbage bags of unused sneakers to give to his right-footed counterpart. They would walk holding hands in a straight line, smiling, and he would never be alone again.
What?
Okay. What? Sam is really high on codeine right now, y'all. What? Well, he gave me some too. Yeah. We got the same plague. It was Nationals was fun. It is only natural that I have fallen for you. Boy made from the body of accidental woman. Breast bound beneath 3 shirts to hide what is feminine in you, packing silicone molded to replace biology into your boxer briefs. It is only natural that I would fall for the boy I have called brother. A better brother than my blood gave me. A better brother than the little boy who snuck into my bedroom while I was sleeping, managed never to wake me when he pulled up my nightgown to touch me, told me years later in 12 Steppers remorse it is natural that I would subliminally search for a replacement. It is natural that you, who I have loved as family, are the one I could watch come on loop forever and be happy. A brother without the flesh of flashbacks, but who gives me the same protective urges, the mama bear snarl of an older sister. It is natural that the purple curve of your wanting causes nightmares to ladder climb my spinal column, that it is your voice that soaks me with longing. I want you inside me like my heart, and it is natural. It is natural that you are the latest in a succession of men I have called brother, that I have loved like my blood, unconditional and without remorse, and let come inside me like shadows, come inside me like whitewash. You are a midnight secret bathed in the soft light of dawn, and I didn't mean for you to be this. Don't want to connect the pieces from you to ugly. Like, I don't want to connect this dirty blood to my family, this hatred to my big sister's heart. He was a good boy who made a mistake. But it is natural that I have sought you out. A chance for control in this situation. It is natural that I want you to suck me like your last breath. Fuck me like bruised flesh and puncture wounds. Fuck me like mercy. Boy that I have called brother. Boy who I love like my own red blood. It is natural. It is natural that I am protective of him. That I want for nobody to hate him for mistakes made of little boy curiosity and late night access to a sleeping sister, puberty ripe and unwittingly ready for little boy hands and eyes and lust. It is natural that I hate him. It is natural that I love him. And yet I love you differently, because you are the little brother I wanted, born into the body of a woman, without the cock twitch of lust that tears me sobbing from restless sleep in the slanted early morning light, without the neck snap flinch of a small boy praying not to be interrupted, not to be walked in on, discovered climbing onto my bed, running scared fingers up my thighs while my eyes flicked in REM rhythm disconnect, my subconscious screaming while his breath quickened into please, 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 please don't let them catch me. It is natural that I can call you brother, can love you with my big sister heart, and fuck you like secrets whispered under the breath of my mother's friends.